Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Bridge Builders of Diversity, where we're bridging the gap between the typical community and the disability community. And today we're going to revisit cleft lip and palate disorder or birth defect.
Right. What, did you know?
No, what am I supposed to know?
I'm going to tell you.
All right.
That
I'm
being born
listening.
with cleft lip and palate is the most common birth disorder in the world.
Wow.
And 1 in 750 live births result in a baby born with cleft lip and or palate. So they can be separated. So what does cleft lip mean? It means exactly what it sounds like, a division in your lip. Cleft palate, same thing, a division or hole in your palate.
Do we know what the cause of that is?
It's random.
Random.
So it can happen.
So it's not like if you take good on your prenatal vitamins or anything like that. It's just a random.
It's random. It's very random. There doesn't seem to be. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to take your prenatal vitamins.
No. We're not medical professionals.
Yes, this is not medical advice. But if you have a child with cleft lip and palate, it's nothing you ate, did, saw, experienced. There used to be, my grandmother used to say that if a pregnant woman was frightened by a rabbit or a rodent, her child would be born with a cleft lip. That's not true. My Nana had a lot of superstitions, and they're not true.
As there's many superstitions in different cultures.
It's just not true. If you get frightened by a bunny, and how could you be frightened by a bunny? They're so small. But if you are startled by a bunny while you're pregnant, your child will not have cleft lip. If your child has cleft lip, it has nothing to do with bunnies. So that being said,
or anything you did.
Now that we've got that out of the way, infants born with cleft lip and or palate face a multitude of challenges, including feeding and respirating, and their parents.
Be thankful you live in a country where surgery is very accessible.
Here in the United States, parents endure many surgeries, treatments, and early interventions with their children with this birth defect, and sometimes feel guilty, and they might feel overprotective of their child because of their beginning of being medically fragile. Because when they start off with the hole, especially cleft palate, because what happens is when they eat, food goes into their sinuses, it causes a lot of ear infections, sinus infections. So they are very, very susceptible to illness.
Is there a certain age they close that up by, or?
That I did not find. So
okay.
If you know that answer, please drop us a comment.
Put it in the comments.
If you are a person with cleft lip and palate, or you know somebody who has,
we'd love to hear
from you.
And your experience. Leave a comment.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear about your experiences. Maybe some attitudinal barriers that you faced and overcame. We love those stories. Because that is a lot of what happens to people who have a identifiable disability or difference. Because really,
my son has one, so I understand.
You do?
Yeah, my son has Down syndrome, so he is very identifiable, like a cleft palate, where you have the scar from the surgery, or
you have a mode of speaking, or a tonal cleft palate. Have years and years of speech therapy, and kudos to speech and language therapists out there that work with these children, because it's remarkable how far they can go with early intervention.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we just talked about was the delays in speech impediment. In speech development, that can create an attitudinal barrier when they present themselves and they start to speak and their speech isn't clear. A lot of times people think that their cognition isn't there, and that isn't true. Or maybe that they can't hear properly, so they'll shout at them. That's not true. But back to the parents who go through so many medical procedures. When you are fortunate enough to have access to medical care for cleft lip and palate, it becomes a double-edged sword. You're so fortunate that you're able to help your child and to get them the medical treatment that they need. But then on the flip side, it's also anxiety producing, and oftentimes these parents are very, very overprotective and tend to like hold their children back from social situations because they're afraid of bullying. And I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm just saying it's very, very understandable, and it's very, very common. Also, it can impact their education. A frequent need to be absent, the susceptibility to colds and illness makes it that they miss a lot of school. Also, their speech differences can make it hard for them to communicate. So sometimes people in education may lower the bar for this group of children. Not entirely true. Not everybody. Especially now that we know so much about it, and we know it is a very common birth defect, and now there is access to medical care where in years previous you would just hope that your child survived and that they were able to speak, because not everybody had access to medical care. So yay for modern medicine. So make sure
you like, share, and
subscribe.
Leave a comment.
Please.
Leave a comment. You want to come say hi, buddy?
Come say hi.
Say hi. You want to draw on paper? Okay.
All right.
Nathan wants to draw, so we're going to let you guys go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank
and
you.
Leave us a comment. Thank you.